Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Amanda, and this is The Pursuit of Badasserie, the podcast.
This podcast is all about taking action and creating that badass business abundance and life that you want.
Where we share stories, laughs, wins, and epic fails to show you the whole picture of the entrepreneurial journey.
It's not just unicorns and rainbows, people.
Jump on and follow us through this raw and witty roller coaster,
where we get down and dirty and go behind the scenes of life and entrepreneurship.
Get on it,
get over it,
and get after it.
Hey, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Amanda. Welcome to The Pursuit of Badasserie, the podcast. We are back with another edition of The Pursuit of Badasserie. And today we're going to take a little switch and talk about kind of a new topic that's both new for us and has been kind of hitting social media by storm. And that is Roadmap to Riches with Master Resale Rights. It's been all the buzz on everything. So let's talk about what it is, what it isn't, and will it benefit you?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one because when you first brought it to my attention, a couple months ago, I was like, okay, I understand, but I didn't understand, right? The robustness of it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with MRR, Master Resale Rights, it is a program that a husband-wife duo created. And essentially it's like 160 some modules, anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes each, that really walks you through the basics of business and optimization and automation and digital entrepreneurship. So it's more of like here and today, but even like how to set up businesses and different things like that. But what the MRR part is they created this program with a community, but they created this program and you buy it once and then you can turn around and resell it. So you don't have to create content. So many people are not content creators. And this is like, you can turn around and flip this. And when I heard Amanda talking about this, I almost lost my mind because years ago, when I became CEO of a global company where we did like trainings and coaching and consulting, this was like a model that I actually wanted to do with one of our things, more or less. Like we talked about, we called it something different, but essentially resale rights. It was Master Resale Rights, about like some of our programs and different things like that, because we had ownership of them. And I created all these different trainings. And I was like, man, this would be really brilliant of us. And it could be a great lead generator because we could sell it at a low cost. They can turn around and sell it. And because people are going to do that anyway, people take and copy. In fact, I've heard really, really popular, very well-known people in the entrepreneurial realm say, just take the copy from somebody else's website, make it your own, but take the copy or whatever. And people are doing this. And so when I actually broke off and was no longer CEO of the global company, I was only doing my consulting, I started a resource center because I mostly at that point coached or consulted coaches and consultants globally. I mean, I had other clients as well, but they were literally taking my stuff, including my tagline. Like I had somebody literally swipe my tagline off of my LinkedIn and put it on his own LinkedIn. I was like, they're going to do this. So I'm just going to create products. They pay me a monthly service. And then, so it wasn't quite MRR, but it was kind of the same concept. So when you told me about this, I was like, oh, it's one of those things like, damn, I kicked myself in the ass because like I should have done this like years ago. But the cool thing is like, well, I don't know cool thing about for the people who created it, but like there's no like tiered payments or whatever. You own it more or less. There are some rules you have to follow, but then you can turn around and sell it as much as you want and you get 100% of whatever you sell.
Yes. And it's not an MLM. There's not like your upline gets anything. There's no uplines. There is somebody who sold it to you, but that relationship is up to that person. It's not up to the company. There's no percentage that they get from you. There's no upselling. There's no, oh, well, I paid this one fee and then I'm going to have a monthly this. No, it's just a flat rate. And so it's really exciting because it's not affiliate marketing. It's not an MLM. It's a totally different system. And which I think is the most important part it's really quality content. It's a really quality course, because I would never want to sell to any of my clients or potential clients crap. And this is not crap. It is genuinely well done. It is well executed. It is the correct information. And I know I mentioned this, and I've talked to some people about it, that as a seasoned entrepreneur, so Lynn and I have been entrepreneurs for 20 plus years, there are things, many things that we already know, because it is a beginning level digital marketing course talking about branding, naming your business, automations, funnels, email marketing. A lot of that we already know. However, that's the point of it being so great for beginners, is that it's a step-by-step module program that can be done in 5 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, and is tailored to a beginner so that you can follow along easier and actually learn those fundamental systems and steps that you need in order to create a strong foundation for your business. And that's what's so lacking in a lot of new online entrepreneurs, is that they don't know. Well, they don't know what they don't know. So they don't know what it takes to be a business owner. They have a great idea. And so this takes having that passion and turning your passion into a profit. It takes that, it gives you a roadmap. Literally, it's the roadmap to riches. It gives you a roadmap to creating your first business online and how to do it properly and set it up. And yes, if you want to resell it, it gives you a product to resell as well. So you kind of have that best of both worlds, getting into that digital sphere, which is so important now, and giving you a product and content to start off with if you aren't ready to create your own products yet.
Absolutely. And I would even take a step back, and I would say it is for, I know we've been in business for a while, but there are still things like I'm seeing a different angle. It's given me time to revisit, and things like Strictly, really, I never implemented. And not because I didn't know that it needed to be implemented. It's just I implemented things. I used time to implement other things. So I also, being in business for 20 years, entrepreneurship, but in the consulting realm for over 10, like there are some things that I'm like, oh, I need to redo that so I can like use this, or wow, I never even thought of it from that angle, or I've heard that, but I've never implemented it. And so I actually, because Amanda, you and I talk about this a lot, and I was just watching on my favorite news channel, Instagram. I was, I know I have to get better, but news is just sucks, man. So Instagram's my fun news. I was watching something, and they were talking about a video, and they were talking about startups, because I work a lot, and I'm in the VC world ish here in Thailand, and work a lot in like those type of startups that are looking for funding and stuff and doing pitches. And they were talking about how like why startups fail, and it's because they're just looking to get money to create a product, but they're not looking at all of the basics that need to happen. And I go back to, and I'm sure I said this on another video, like one of these guys that I met with after a pitching contest, he didn't pitch, but he was new to it. There's like 400 people in the room, but we ended up sitting next to each other, chatting up. He wanted to pitch, and he had a slide deck. It was for a video game. And I was like, yeah, let's talk. Like, I'll go through your pitch deck. I'll see if I know some VCs that can help you out, because I'm a connector. And I remember going through his pitch deck and just asking him basic, what's your target market? Like, how do you make money off of this? And he had no answers, none. And it was mind blowing to me, because we come from like, that's our first thing. Like, what we can figure out what to do. Like, and mind you, Amanda and I have had many types of businesses. This is not just based on like a coaching business. Like, this would have helped all my businesses, my alarm company, my brick and mortar, like your brick, like all like services and products. And this particular program not only gives you those fundamentals and those foundations, but it also gives you the opportunity to turn around and sell it, make at least your money back by selling it to one other person, pass it along. Or like literally people are making good money off of this because it is so needed. I was joking with somebody yesterday that I really think like if I do sign on any more solopreneurs or small businesses within my little company, or even the Badasserie company, and I'm sure Amanda would agree, like, because we talked about this, is like I want people to have this course too. It'll be part of the initial cost because there are so many things like, I'm not going to help you set up email marketing. I'm not going to help you do that. Like, that's not my strength. I'm going to help you get shit done. I can keep you accountable, but I'm not going to walk you through the steps. And it's all here in one place, so you always have access to.
Yes. And this is a very, it's a high-end example. However, this is one of the reasons why I really personally like the course. So roughly 3 years ago, I took a continuing education course on creating funnels because I recognize it's a very important thing in our world now. And I wanted to be able to further teach it to my clients and make sure that I was teaching them everything they needed to know. So I took the basic level course. It was $10,000, just a little over $10,000 to take this basic level funnel course. So obviously it's a high ticket item. Once I got into the course, in order for the course to work, I then had to subscribe to 3 different systems that would then total roughly $300 a month in perpetuity. And I have been paying that $300 a month every month for the last 3 years to work and automate in this funnel world. And I have made money from these funnels. And my clients have made money. However, in this new course, it taught a different type of funnel and a different system of funnels that is now costing me $27 a month. And that's the upgraded version. I don't need, you can do it without the upgraded, but I bought the upgraded because I do a lot of funnels for a lot of things, a lot of businesses. So I bought the upgraded version for $27 a month. And even like right there in that one module, I saved myself $300 a month and negated the $10,000 I had spent just 3 years before. And I could have, I mean, if I had known about this course, if this course had existed and I had known about it 3 years ago, I could have saved myself $10,000 right there off the bat. And it's debatable whether or not I've made back that $10,000 of ROI, but I absolutely have made back the investment on MRR and the Entrepreneurial Roadmap that we have. Absolutely made that back in literally less than 24 hours. And so it's just funny for me as somebody in the entrepreneurial sphere, learning these high-end skills that have translated into working with customers, that right there off the bat, that one module has so much value in it for me as an entrepreneur because it introduced me to another system to work. I mean, I've already done funnels before, but another system to do it, another way to hold it so that I can now translate that to all of my clients, and all of my clients who have used it before are now saving that $300 a month. And so I just feel like there's so much value in continually learning anyway. And this course has really helped me in that way alone. I mean, I feel like, woo, $300 a month on top of anything I've earned. So that's a big one. And I know it's a high, not a lot of people will spend 10 grand on a course, but when you're in this world, like you do, and this course is 100% worth more than that $10,000 course was, hands down, any day.
Oh, absolutely. It's mind blowing. I can remember learning about SEO. Now, you know a lot more. So this is a lot of the techie stuff is more Amanda's kind of realm versus mine. I know enough to get me in trouble and to navigate. And with some things, I know a bit more than others. But I can remember the first time I was talking about SEO, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer if time doesn't make sense. And like understanding the basics, but it does change so often. But I knew people who would spend like 5,000. I knew people who were spending a couple $1,000s a month to have somebody help rank their SEOs, right? I know that you actually paid somebody to help. You did it yourself, but you also were paying a service. And they actually teach you about SEO in here, like how much money you can save and how much money you can actually make by using this training. It just blows my mind. And it's only $500. Like, I mean, some people are selling it for more. Like once you buy into it, I guess you can sell it for more or whatnot, but like $500. And it is the foundation in which you're building your business on, or can build your business on, that will absolutely create the strength and the fortitude for you to scale and really save money along the way. It's mind-blowing to me. It is mind-blowing to me. I absolutely, and when Amanda and I decided to like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're talking about both aspects. That's why we're talking about the business side and the actual what it does for you, because at the end of the day, in this process, it's actually teaching you can use the process that it's teaching you for your personal business, but also to sell MRR. The master resale rights, and you can make your money back. Like I'm following some people, and I know you made your money back and more within 24 hours with almost doing very little. I'm not saying that you didn't do stuff, but like it was very little for you to make that conversion, and like you're just building upon it. And I'm following other people, and at least I know you personally. Like I know your results, like truthfully. I know some people fabricate stuff, but there are some people like they're actually like showing their numbers on screen and stuff. And it's really, and then they're talking about like what they're doing. And it's really incredible. It's great. And I love it because it's not a tiered, which still like people are asking like, well, yeah, who gets paid? Like, how does the creator get paid? It's crazy. The other thing that we didn't talk about is that there's also a whole community for those that purchase it, like, and you can talk about your problems, what's happening, what's this, get solutions, talk about like, ask questions, get support, feel not alone. It's like a full-on community inside the roadmap as well. And again, mind blown.
Yeah. And for anybody who's been like on the fence or heard about it, it's worth every penny of investment. And when I say that, I mean, Lynn was talking about how the results, you don't know everybody's results. I mean, you can't be sure, but Lynn knows me personally. Yeah, Lynn knows me personally. And I did make back my investment in just about 23 hours after I purchased the course, which included time where I was away from my computer with my kid during the day. I didn't actually like
taking the course, starting to take the course,
doing all those things. And then I didn't really do anything with it. Personal stuff came up and I didn't really do anything with it. And then as soon as I got back on it, I sold 2 more, and it does take work. I'm not saying that you're just going to like buy a course and just poof, money comes to you. That's not how things work unless you're a 1%er. It's fine. There is work involved. However, it's that knowledge that it is quality and you can instantly sell it back and you can use it to further your own business and to really gain this knowledge that there are gaps in, because no matter how good of an entrepreneur you are or solopreneur or rising business star, there's going to be gaps. Lynn doesn't know everything. I don't know everything. And that's why we complement each other, because we fill in those gaps. But that's what this course does. It can fill in some of those gaps that you have, because everybody starts business with a passion. Like, oh, I love underwater basket weaving. It's my go-to excuse or go-to example. I love this thing so much. I want to talk about it. I want to share it. But most people don't have innately that sense of what it takes to get a sustainable business and to grow it and have predictable, repeatable goals and repeatable results. And so that's what this is creating. It's that foundation. And like Lynn said, double bonus, if you don't have an idea yet, it gives you something to sell right off the bat. Like, here you go, sell this.
Boom. Absolutely. So obviously we're going to link things wherever in our show notes and down below. And definitely you can go on to the Pursuit of Badasserie website, and it's the Entrepreneurial Roadmap. But this is, and obviously we would love for you to purchase through us. I'm not going to not say that. However, regardless, I'm telling you, I have purchased so many courses. Thinking about that.
So many courses
throughout my life, some that I actually finished all the way through and some maybe I didn't. However, the value that you receive for the amount of money that you pay, and the ability to increase your income, it works on your income making skills, this course, because it gives you basic knowledge of business, and it amplifies that basic knowledge of business is exponentially. This is one of the most fabulous do-it-yourself right? Like self-led, step by step courses that I've ever set my eyes on to build a business and to create the fundamentals of a business. It's not necessarily like they touch on other parts like sales and different things like that. And even though they don't go really, really deep, they still touch on it. But yeah, it's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing.
I've taken a lot of courses as well. I have taken so many, and there are some, like, listen, there are some that I never finished. There are some that I finished and it was a waste of every dollar, and I learned things from it, but if I could go back in time, would I take it again? No. So there are all sorts of things, but this is one of those courses where I just cannot stress enough. It is worth it. And if $500 is a lot for you, I get it. I've been there in my life where $500 would have been a lot to invest in a course. It's totally worth it. And for anybody who's kind of like, I'm not sure yet, or maybe I'll look at it next year, maybe we'll see in January. Start now, because it's so new and it is so fresh and just it's baby steps. So you have more growth potential if you start now with it than if you wait till next year, because there really is that time that you take to learn it, because everybody learns at a different pace. But if you start now, you're going to be that much closer to your goals than if you start January 1, because you're going to wait to have a new thing in the new year. Like, start now, even if you feel like you can't dedicate 100% of your time, because there are short modules. Like, some of them are 5 minutes, some of them are 20, and you have that much time, and you can spend that much time of your day to build your own business and to create wealth for yourself. Because we could all, even if you just use it as a side hustle, we could all use more passive income. And I highly recommend this one. It's, like I said, hands down, one of the better courses I've ever seen. And the fact that you can turn around and make it your own is even better. So absolutely. Obviously, if you want to talk about it, we are here to answer questions about it. And if you want to purchase it, obviously we want you to purchase it from us. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
But if you have questions on it, we'd love to answer them, because there have been a lot of naysayers, a lot of poo-pooers. And I actually bought the course originally because I was like, okay, let's see. Like, let me see, show me. And hands down, blown away. It's great. I highly recommend it to anyone. Absolutely. Anyone who wants to build a business, anyone who wants to passive income, anyone who wants to build an additional income stream, anyone who wants a product to sell but doesn't know where to start. This is it.
Yeah. Or if you just want to build a strong foundation and move your own personal business along, or all of the above. I love that you were talking about, a quote came to mind. I know I posted this the other day, is like the Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And Amanda and I have often seen, and I've been in this, like, where I haven't jumped on where I should have. And then, like, months pass, years pass, I'm like, dang, and somebody else is doing it. I'm like, dang, that was my idea. Like, often we do not jump when we should. And that's another reason why I love this, because it is so inexpensive for the value that you're receiving and the fundamentals that you're receiving. And even if $500 is a lot for you right now, like Amanda said, like, she paid $10,000 for just a portion, like a course, and that's just a portion of this. And obviously different content, but same concept, right? But it is absolutely insane. And one other question that might be going through your head is like, can I buy it just for my business, or do I have to do the MRR? You buy it once and you can decide, like, you get to use it, you can resell it, like, you automatically are in like Flynn, and you get to do whatever you want with that. If that's, you automatically get the master resale rights. If you never do anything with the master resale rights, that's on you. That's okay. If you just want to use it for business, or if you just want to use this to create another source of income and not use these to apply to another business, or you don't have another business, that's okay too. Like, it's a flat rate. You get access, all access, and that's it. It's beautiful, beautiful. And you're not constantly being upsold. Like, there's nothing. It is awesome.
Yeah. And that's so rare.
So rare.
Like, there's no upsell. And they really mean that. There's no upsell. There's not, you need this software to make this work. You need this program to make this work. Nope. It's, here you go.
Yeah.
Beautifully executed. I can't stress enough how much I love it, and how much I want everybody to get it, because it has so much value through and through for existing business owners, for future business owners, value all around.
Absolutely. All right, that's all we got for you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, send this to somebody else. Make sure you send them our link as well, The Pursuit of Badasserie Entrepreneurial Roadmap. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, and that will absolutely be in the show notes. Please take a look. Even if you just want a curious look at more information, it is there in the show notes. And as always, get after it.
All right, everyone, it's not enough to just listen.
Now you've got to put it into action.
We are so excited to see what you do next.
If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes.
And to find out more about what we're doing, visit us at thepursuitofbadasserie.com.